Hello everyone, this is Introvert Shy Guy and welcome to my gameplay of Super Luigi Galaxy. So yeah, I'm back from Easter celebration. I did I went to my host's place and as a guest to do the Easter an Easter dinner. I would say it was at 2 p.m. Apologies if I was like stuttering and stuff. I was trying to just formulate just how to describe it really, but it was kind of strange. But yeah, I basically went and had a nice time there, and it went great. Nothing bad happened. It was all good all through. It was perfect actually. I really, have no regrets like doing this. Really, it was a fun time. Even though the food wasn't really that great to my liking. We had Middle Eastern food, but I actually ate some of it. I would say half. Just enough, but yeah, not really like my all-time favorite, but I did have it and it was pretty nice. Don't want to insult the host that actually gave me a free meal, so of course I had it. Not my favorite, but I liked it, so excuse me. All in all, it actually went great, so I'm happy. Excuse me, I'm happy how it all turned out. So yeah, anyway, today's April the 25th. Excuse me, I'm recording this on a Friday, so yeah, I'm not gonna play too long because I have a show that I'm gonna watch. Bill Maher as usual on Friday. I'm not really gonna talk that much anyway, but I just want to make the gameplay because I want to like I said, spend some times before the show starts. Because right now I have so much time on my hands because right now this is the week before finals, so it's basically just a study library. They say it's called a reading day or something, a reading week, something like that. But it's basically every college student is just studying for the finals before they have to take it next week. And of course, I don't really study too hard because I know what to expect, and also it's you have your formula sheet with me and stuff. It's mainly just mathematics and stuff. Some stuff I have to do, which I know how to do, and the usual. I don't study too hard, I just study enough, and I always pass anyway. So now I said I want to do a Hungry Luma, now I have enough, so we can do this. So yeah, I have a lot of time on my hands, so basically I'm just, chilling, just smoking weed and everything, and, obviously I'm doing this. This is gonna be my last SLG part, by the way, before I move back. I mean, not move back, but go to Florida and stuff, so yeah, this will be the last one before I leave. Booze Boneyard, oh shit, it's a racing one. But I'll still do it. Maybe I could talk if I can. But yeah, so this will be my last one. But of course, after I'm done with this, I could still play Princess Evangel and stuff if I have time. But yeah, that's what's going to happen, just Princess Evangel until I make another SLG part once I come back to Florida and I can go to my uncle's house. If I'm able to do more SLG parts, because bear in mind, I'm going to be looking for work and stuff. And, so I don't know if I might have time to do any gameplays at my uncle's place, but I'm not too worried about that. And plus, like I said, I want to do something different in my life, considering I'm I've been doing this for a while now, and I want to do something different. So don't expect always it's going to be the same old, but I'm pretty sure I'll have time to do, SLG parts and stuff, if I do. But, that's what it's going to be, just the usual. Because, I mean, not a lot has happened, I would say, but although the one thing that I will talk about a little bit, of course I posted it on Gab, is that sadly Pope Francis has passed away, and it is a tragedy. Of course it is to be expected considering his health and how much he's been through. Surprisingly, he only has one lung because he kind of had to remove the second one, so he only has one, so it's pretty impressive how he managed to live that long with just that. But yeah, but it is sad in a way, and also it is going to be kind of interesting who they're going to elect as Pope, because I'm pretty sure they're going to elect someone that's a complete extreme conservative, like an Antonin Scalia or Clarence Thomas type of Catholic. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, which is unfortunate. So yeah, Francis is the least shitty person that is of a major political figure, because right now it's definitely going to be, someone that's not too good, really. Yeah. Of course, the trick of this is to activate these fans, which would speed you up. Oh fuck! Hit the wall. Hopefully, it doesn't do anything. I don't think it is, but Yes. Uh-huh. Oh, so far so good. Yeah, I know there were star bits that I was probably missing, but... Wow, I did it! I remember when I did this the first time before my last... when I was playing as Mario, I kind of lost the first time. Oh, I promise to take this. I played this on my on my birthday as well, I remember. It was on my, what was it? I think it was, I'm trying to remember. I was 26 years old when I played this, right? I think so. Yeah, I think I was 26. This was definitely before I moved out of Florida, so I was 26 when I played that level. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna turn 29 this year. I'm looking forward to it. And then soon, next year, I'm gonna be 30. It'd be crazy of how old I'm becoming, you know? But yeah, so... About the Pope Francis thing, it is a tragedy. I would say rest in peace, and hopefully they would elect some like other pope that would be just as good, or I would say a compromise, maybe not as good as Francis or John Paul, but at least better than Benedict and like the other ones before. I really hope they don't elect a staunch conservative, because there's this I forgot his name. I looked him up. I know this guy. There's one guy. He's an African American. What the hell did I say? I mean an African from Guinea. I can't pronounce the country. I'm so sorry. I said African American. Oh my god. What the fuck? My mind's not is kind of all over the place at the moment. But of course I have to make a gameplay of this because because I just want to just get this over with. I am mentally I am mentally in focus. It's just that just sometimes some parts are just gonna be like that. But yeah. So there's this African cardinal. He's like a staunch conservative, and a lot of the right wingers absolutely love him, especially considering he's like talking about against the immigrants and everything. But he's also a staunch conservative. I really hope they don't elect that guy. I mean, they may not, because he's 79 years old, right? He's like really old. So would the conservatives really elect someone that's like this ancient instead of like someone a little younger that would obviously spend more time as the Pope or something? I don't know. It depends, really, but it's going to be interesting, because if they do elect him, then yeah, the Catholic Church is going to be back to being, not too great. I will say this, here's the thing, just to let you guys know, I don't really identify myself Catholic. I'm mostly considered Orthodox at this point, although my parents didn't really raise me in a specific church branch, so in all honesty, I just consider myself a Levantine Christian in a way. I consider both the Catholic and Orthodox churches to be my kind of church, I would say. So of course I wouldn't go to an evangelical or a Protestant church, because that one is like more Western and it's like far more distant. I'm aware there are Protestants in like Lebanon and the Middle East as well, but I personally don't identify as Protestant, because I'm more in line with the ancient Christian religions, which is both Catholicism and Orthodox Christianity. So all in all, I do hope the Catholic Church does become a success. And also add to the fact I also went to a Catholic school as well, which was very, very influential in my life. But I'm hoping for the Catholic Church's success, but other than that, if they do choose a shitty person, like an arch-conservative, then yeah... Oh, what can I say? Then you have to deal with this asshole until he dies or resigns, and then just hope that another Pope Francis or John Paul II Pope comes out. That's what I'm hoping. But it'd be kind of funny how the white supremacists who are Catholics, like say for example Nick Fuentes and his Groyper followers would react if that arch-conservative African Guinea cardinal is elected as the Pope. How are they? They're gonna twist themselves in a pretzel, because the guy is completely hard conservative, just like Nick Fuentes and his followers, but he's black. So how are they gonna react to it? It'd be so funny, the white supremacists, and also he'd be the first black Pope in in forever, because they're usually all Caucasian. So the first time a black man becomes Pope, holy shit! How are the white supremacist Catholics gonna twist themselves in a pretzel with this? It'd be so funny. You know, not to say I hope it happens, because like I said, he's an arch conservative. I don't want him to be in there. But I mean, if it does happen, that'd be one silver lining. Like, how are they gonna react to this? Or are they just gonna accept it? It'd be so funny if they do. I'd be like, well, what happened? I thought you guys were for like the white people and stuff. Why are you cheering for a black man? Huh? What is this all about? It'd be so funny. But I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. So I hope they just choose a reasonable person. Like I said, I'm preferably another Francis or a John Paul II like figure. But if not, I mean, I hope it's not too bad, really. And I'll just say that just rest in peace to Pope Francis. You were an extraordinary human being, and you know, it's tragic. It's tragic how, you know, how the world is right now. But hey, I mean, at least you kind of persevered and try to follow God's guidance, and you know, I hope you rest in peace in paradise, really. So yeah, that's about it. This video is not really going to be all about Pope Francis and whatnot. Mainly I want to talk about some things in relations to my previous videos, like more existential, like more of the philosophical existential kind of thing, and also like isekai, like world reincarnations kind of thing. But right now, I guess one thing I just want to quick mention is that, you know, I'm really excited for the Switch 2 to come out. My brother tried to reserve it, but he wasn't able to. Like, right when he refreshed the website, they said it's sold out. So it's like, even when a lot of people were like bitching so hard about the price, about the Nintendo Switch the Switch 2 being so expensive, even then they still sold out. So it's like, damn, it's like that. It's impressive what happened. Anyway, I genuinely feel like there is not a lot of stars. Like, I have to call for a comet, you know, at this point. Let me try again with the comet thing. I know it didn't work before, but maybe it'll work this time. I don't know. Or unless maybe they're not gonna show up until I finish the Bowser battle. That's what I'm wondering. Because I mean, I want to just leave that for last in a way. But I guess if I have to do that in any way, but I don't know. So yeah. But I'm excited for it. I will say though, even though I want to get the first Switch early, I'm not gonna be playing on that one too much because here's the thing, there's not any must-have games I personally want. I know some of you guys love your Mario Karts, and maybe some are fans of Donkey Kong, so you'll be hyped for that new Donkey Kong game. But for me, I'm not really interested in these games, so I'm mainly just waiting for Metroid Prime 4, which I'm pretty sure is going to come out sometime in the fall. So because of that, the first Switch I get when I come back from Florida, that one will be for my brother, and then the second one that I'll get after that will be for me. That's how it's going to go. If I'm able to get it, which I think I might. I mean, you know, I don't know. We'll see, hopefully. But the thing is, I could do what I did a long time ago. It's just I remember in 2017 I woke up early just so I can still. Damn. I mean, you know, I went to all the other ones, even the ones that don't have it, but it's not showing up. I mean, I can only lead to the final conclusion that maybe I do need to do a Bowser fight, I guess, in order for the comments to come back, because I feel like they're not going to come back until I do it. But I'm not going to do it for this gameplay because I'm running low on time, so I'll just do something else. Probably just collect more star bits, so I can, you know. But let me first check the other places. If there is any, maybe if there's a star I missed. I think there is. Maybe there was one at the beach area. I remember I said I was gonna, or no, I already did it, right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let me go up. Anyway, so I guess, yeah, I'm preparing for the exams and stuff. So I guess what I want to now talk about, now I'll talk about the topic at hand, about what I talked about before. So I really had a fun time talking about this topic and everything. I think this one needs 1600. Let me talk to him. Yeah, thought so. Anyway. Let's see. Oh yeah, right, the Bob-omb challenges. Yeah, those are the only ones I haven't done, but these would dampen my concentration, so maybe I think I should just do something else. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah. So I was talking about, like, the type of worlds that I want to be in and everything. So I really don't have a specific like kind in general, but obviously I do love the worlds in both Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3 just because of how they are. Like, I feel like, you know, that like their societies are like, you know, very, you know, in tune with my like spirit that like yearns for it, as I am still in this judgment realm, I would say, but I need to, as I am like time passes, and only once I die would I be reincarnated into a world like that. I mean, it could be that one, or it could be something else. One thing I forgot to mention in my last gameplay is that you guys remember when I was talking about how poetic was when in Xenoblade Chronicles, when I got the game Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I, you know, and it happened on the day of my birthday, which unfortunately some person was put to death by the state of Florida on my birthday in 2019. Yeah, I mean, another similar thing kind of happened when I finished the game Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Of course, not very exact, but it did kind of happen a few days after I finished Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, so I guess you guys would probably have a feeling, but maybe you don't. But you know, in the year 2022, the Parkland shooting trial of Nicholas Cruz actually commenced on that year. It started around July, I would say, and as this was happening, of course, they were like determining the sentencing of whether he'd be put to death or life in prison. So then I started the game Xenoblade Chronicles 3 in sometime in September. I didn't do it early in July because I think at that time I was still too busy playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. I mean that, and also yeah, it was mainly Three Houses. I had to finish it, but also because and then my like, you know, I can also play as well because my French cousin arrived. Like, you know, and I don't want to play a new game like that while he's here, especially because the game has long cutscenes, and you know, say he had to go to bed at some point, and I have to shut it off. He came around in August, but he didn't really stay too long. It was just around August, but I think I remember it was because I was playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. At the time, I was like finishing the Dimitri story arc, which I did was pretty sweet. So yeah, then once I finished it, then sometime early September was when I started playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's when I started playing, because Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out late July, I would say, but at the time I was playing a different game. Even before Fire Emblem Three Houses, I was also replaying Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, just to prepare myself for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm just going to go back to all the other... I mean, actually, no, I mean, I feel like it's just going to be the Bob-omb challenges, and I genuinely feel like I have to finish the Bowser challenge in order to, you know, for the comets to come back, because, I mean, I feel like they're not coming back unless I do it. Yeah. So yeah, so a similar thing happened, you know, I finished the game Xenoblade Chronicles 3 sometime early October. I don't really know when. I think it was sometime, definitely sometime a few days before the sentencing for Nicholas Cruz. I'm kind of very, very curious at that point. So hang on. I'm just gonna pause the game, just so then while I look it up. Yeah, so I found the date. Apparently, he was sentenced to life on October 13th. So yes, it was sometime before October 13th. I remember it was on a weekend though, so it could be sometime before that. I mean, of course, I kind of finished the game sometime then, and then I replayed it. You know, so that's kind of what happened. And hang on. I'm actually going to just also look up the date for this, because why not, if it was on a Saturday. I'm sorry if I'm like this, like this is mainly because, you know, I just have not much to do, really, and I'm only just playing just to kill some time. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it was definitely sometime on a weekend, because it was a Thursday when the sentencing happened, you know. So it was a Thursday when that happened, but I remember I finished the game sometime on a weekend. Then I replayed it, and I did the final boss again the second time, maybe sometime on a Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe it was a Monday. I don't know exact, but yeah, it was definitely sometime close by. And What else? I don't think I actually checked the worlds before. Yeah, sorry if I'm just rambling, I guess. You know what, I guess all I'm just gonna do is collect star bits, really, because at this point there's like not a lot to do. It's just because I want to do a comment or something like that, but there is none, and also the last ones are just bomb challenges. And I don't want to do that, so I'll just be collecting star bits. I gotta choose a world where I could do... Oh yeah, I did the B world, but I did that already. I want to do something else. And what that would be? I mean, Good Egg Galaxy? Nah. You know what? Actually, let's do a fun level. Let's do that, like, the mechanical one at the very, very top. That one seems the most fun, believe it or not. So we'll do that. Anyway, two Luigis, I love that. Yeah. So anyway, so you guys know what I'm leading up to. That I just found that like very poetic how that sentencing happened not too long after I finished Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I mean Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You know, like, and it was also another like wake-up call in a way. I mean, of course, I was kind of happy, of course, that they didn't rule the death penalty on him and just sentence him to life. Although I am aware that like even life in prison is also as cruel as being put to death. I mean, although you know, I could say that me personally, I wouldn't really want. Excuse me. I wouldn't like. I would actually just take my own life. Really, I wouldn't want the state to do it for me. I mean, of course. I wouldn't mind if the state would do it, but it would be like more humane. But of course, it's not really going to happen. It's lethal injection, which is extremely painful. So, he at least avoided that. But you know, now he's life in prison, and like you know, and I mean, Florida prisons. I can imagine they're not too good, really. I think that one's the Bob-omb challenge. Yeah, I'll just skip that for now. Maybe I could do that later. I'll do that last, I guess, like once I'm finished off with everything. Yeah, so I'll just jump on him. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm collecting star bits, so that's why I'm doing this. Oh yeah, you have to kill these guys. So... Oh, hang on. Don't worry about Luigi, you can handle it. Okay. Before I move up any further, I'm gonna just make sure there's no star bits. There's just Lumas. Anyway, oh sweet, satellite. Some star bits at the very end on each side. So anyway, yeah, so I thought it was also really poetic how after I finished the game then this happened, but it kind of reminded, it was like I said, another reminder about how I live in this like culture of death society and everything after I finished a really feel good kind of game and stuff with like a lot of philosophical moments in it that also kind of aligns with my views of mercy and everything, and then that shit happens. I just thought I'd just share you guys that. It's unfortunate I wasn't able to say that in my last gameplay, but at least at the very least I kind of said it. I had a lot of shit I was talking about, so, you know. But I'm just glad I was able to say it here. So, the thing is though, is that like, what I'm trying to say is that these games, like, they mean a lot to me because, like, you know, people always say, like, oh, they watch anime and play video games and everything for the escapism and stuff. As I've said before, these things, like, resonate with my soul, like, they resonate with my spirit because these are these kinds of worlds I wish to live in that I firmly desire, but right now I can't live in these worlds because I'm still being judged off my choices and my actions in this judgment realm. I would say, and I have to wait until if I were, like, you know, die peacefully or killed by something, then would I be able to ascend to whatever world that I would be deemed fit to live in, basically. And that's what I'm like, you know, trying to say is that, you know, that these things, these worlds, they mean so much to me, and like, you know, and I do firmly believe that they're 100% real, like I said, the worlds in the Xenoblade trilogy, or Equestria, or or the Persona series and everything, you know? I don't know what other worlds would be great. I'll just say, you know, like, leave in the comments for you guys, like, what is your ideal world, and like, from what anime or game that, you know, you feel like is like the ideal world to be reincarnated in. I'd love to hear, you know? I actually said leave in the comments before my last game, but I mean, I guess for this one, like, maybe like about what world, a better world to live in, kind of thing. And, you know, hang on. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah. I think it's just extra health, right? No, it's just a coin. I love how they have to leave these marks. It's just to tell you that that's where these waves are gonna be, you know? There's a chest. So anyway, okay, I guess we're here to my destination. I mean, these guys, I think you have to kill all of them just so that you can pass. Yeah, you have to. Even though they contain coins, because I would have gladly killed them if they contained. Oh, never mind, there was an open spot. Oh, okay, well, you know what, let's kill all of them, why not? We made it this far. Hang on. Still up. I want to believe that, unless there's like more up ahead, we could kill them just to see if maybe the electricity would disappear. Oh, okay, yeah, there is. Nothing. Okay. I was just curious. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of star bits, just over 50. That's not enough, unfortunately. Even though I'm doing this for star bits only.